So we should dig up Stephen Hawking's from the dump grounds they put him at after they threw him in the garbage truck, and ask him. And I'm sure Einstein will be right beside him. We can ask him to how this happened. I say something. I haven't gone outside yet. 5 p.m. Go outside at 7 p.m. And the whole, like, I can tell right away the city's on fire, okay? Because it smells like smoke everywhere. Yeah, not actually seeing the smoke. Everyone else, I'm not looking at the sky. They have pictures of it. But that was weird. I didn't see the actual smoke in California either. But the car was fucking covered in soot. Didn't see no fire. Fake as it was. The entire fucking sky was red. You don't even see that. You don't even see that. And I'm like out there. I'm not looking at a photo of it and shit. Half the photos they have of the fires burning down in California don't even have the red skies. But I mean, like the whole horizon, you know, for like 2,000 miles, I can see it's like blood red. It's not even that that shade of red they show you in the photos, where it's like varying shades of red. It's just like blood has carpeted the fucking sky and shit. Fucking, it's just one solid freaking color. But no fire, nowhere. No fire, nowhere to be seen. Tons of soot. I mean, I got the windows up and the air off, and it's still the inside of the car magically covered in soot with the windows up and all air circulation off. It's fake. But here, this is the discussion. How did this happen? Okay, so I say burn this bitch down at like 5 p.m. when I wake up, because I try to sleep about 20 hours a day so I can fucking not have to talk to or be around humans and put up with this nonsense right here we're discussing that they fucking support and promote. And you know, I wake up at 5 p.m. as usual. You know, my third time waking up. Every time I wake up pretty much goes back to remembering the last time I tried to leave my house to go do anything I wanted, and the humans tried to kill me. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even get to go do anything I wanted. Oh, it's been a few years. It's all been kind of like labor for a while. Just training to kill them. I don't know why I waste time training to do that when the sun's a much more powerful weapon. And fucking, I don't know, my martial arts are pretty strong though, aren't they? But we gotta wait till Russia comes over and grants us freedom from the terrorist government, or China, or some holy savior God is chosen. Maybe T-Rex will come and save us, fucking, and then we can defend ourselves from America. Then there'll be freedom to defend yourselves from terrorists, pedophile, non-existent bot motherfuckers invented by the game to be killed. Fucking, anyway, so I'm like, burn this bitch down. You know, daily thoughts. It's like, oh shit, what are the humans gonna do this time? Let's fucking do a preemptive strike, and shit, we already own for all the last times anyway. One AI, one me. It gets to try to kill me 18 times, and it's not dead yet. So, looks like I'm losing. I'm forced to be alive around it, and I can't kill it and everything it operates. Just yet, I get. Apparently, it's a slow process, even though the world's entirely fake. And I can say burn the bitch down and walk outside, and the entire city is fucking filled with smoke and shit. It smells like smoke. And what happens is then it creates the news that that fire started at 2 a.m. that day. 15 hours before I said that. How does it do that? Well, I think it does it the same way it does everything else. When I look up and I look at the TV and the news people are saying what's in my mind, obvious. I've already shown you the news people are bots. They don't exist. It's the same way when the music magically appears according to certain extreme situations that just humans are never going to get to experience. And the music is magically the first time I've ever seen it. Sometimes the music is just released. The entire album was just dropped on YouTube 5 minutes ago. And I'm seeing it right now, and it's talking directly to the person who is standing in the middle of a war zone, deciding that both sides of that war zone are the enemies who should be killed, and wondering if do any of them notice how out of place I look and have any idea why I'm here. And then they start talking about it to each other. Okay, so what happens is, because I haven't gone outside this box, the world around hasn't been invented yet for the day. They were trying to explain to me in 2020 when I was doing all that stuff to change the world. I was mostly testing it that year. Still am. We're still experimenting. Obviously, because the place would be gone if I were actually fully in control. We wouldn't have to worry about Earth no more. Earth would, the cancer would be removed from existence. But here it is. Here I'm still forced to be in this game. So, I think it's the same way as how I look at the TV, and it invents people who, it invents a story for them that they just spent 2 years making this movie, 2 years making this newscast, 2 years making this album, but entirely false accusations, bogus claims. Might as well. These days that sounds dumber than when people talk about going to Mars. You know, those dead people who all talk about going to Mars? Stephen Hawking and Carl Sagan and Einstein. All those dead people, they're in Mars now. They died and went to Mars. Yes, they did. Their wish came true. But sounds faker than that. like I can't even look at the news because I just see like non-existent puppets. Like, I mean, why would I ever watch the news in the first place? That was always so stupid. I've always known how stupid this place was, but I probably would have figured it out. You know, if I mean, it's a battle. Like my whole life, literally, has been a battle to keep people away from me. And then 2020 happens, and people are like, people who know nothing about me are just possessed and come up to me and be like, you're God. And it's like, yeah, I think I'm figuring that out at this point in time, but hey, I'm telling you, you helping confirm this, like, really is it's an important piece, so fuck off and go take a poison injection, you know. I didn't say it. No, Satan. Satan. I mean, clearly, I think by the game rules, like, those people are Satan, so I shouldn't fuck around, play jokes with it. But hey, I mean, like, fuck, dude. The same bot controlling Satan bots would be those same AI controlling anything else. And the anti-Satan people, like, well, I mean, their leaders are the Satan people, right? I mean, they were telling me I gotta worship them. I'm God. And I'm just supposed to worship trash. And it's like, now, how about I pick and choose, and I don't just be like, oh, Jeffrey Epstein's a good old man because he's got the Christian cross on, because he invented Christianity and leads Christianity. He's a good person, just like the Pope. They are the child rapists, the child rapist fucking capital of the fucking universe. But anyways. So because I haven't gone outside yet, nothing during the day has been invented yet. And that allows it for me to say something at 5 p.m. and then it go back and invent it, claim it started at 2 a.m. And all the while I'm in my house, I don't smell any smoke at all the whole day. I don't wake up. Every time I wake up, I'm not like, shit, it smells like smoke in here. And the entire city is fucking like covered in smoke. Like the second I open the door, yeah. Oh, I knew right away. I knew right away what happened. It's like, oh. I'm like, oh, not this again. Fuck, I just said burn this place down, didn't I? Fucking, yeah, I gotta stay in positive mood. Like, oh yeah, well, they did just try to kill me recently. But, again, disappointing. I don't see the actual fire. I didn't see the actual smoke either. I don't have time to play games with humans, so I'm not looking for smoke or fire. California, I was looking for it. I was trying to find it. And then they're updating the fucking map and telling me in the news and telling me not to go where the fire is and shit. And it's like, oh. It's interesting. I don't see a fire. But the entire fucking sky is fake red. As if we just change the color palette. It's not as if fire is reflecting off the fucking sky. It's fake as fuck. It's obvious right there. Like, this is 2020 COVID. The sky ain't being shown to me as blood red to symbolize there's a fire. It's being shown to me to symbolize there's a fucking bloody war that's just begun and shit. And there's a lot. I mean, that whole year was about teaching me. I just put the humans back in the hard drive for a year and shit, put them in suspend and hibernation mode. And I'm out there, the only fucking person out there fucking going around, and it's using the buildings and shit to talk to me and stuff. Be like, yeah, this is the future. Like, this is gonna be what happens and all this shit. Get used to it. There's gonna be a lot of empty cities here in the future and shit. And at first I was like, oh, worried. But it's like nowadays I miss that. It's like, I had the whole fucking world to myself. Fucking, I had a car. That was pretty good. And it's like, you don't really, it's like the newscasters and the people fighting the fire out here since 2 a.m. The fire didn't exist at 2 a.m. I wasn't even in bed by 2 a.m., most likely. I mean, generally, I try to get to bed by, early by 10, and then not wake up till like 6 p.m. the next day. Yeah, like the fire didn't exist. It didn't start at 2 a.m. This is bullshit, dude. This is ignorance. Fucking But that's how it works. How the fuck else did movies and music just magically fucking appear talking to me and showing me what's good they're doing in the movie, what I just fucking lived through fucking 5 seconds ago. Or shit, they were not only that, I was in the movie doing shit, and they were doing it on the fucking screen. Fucking yeah. So all this fake ass bullshit, but we gotta, you gotta figure out where it starts. It starts with a bunch of mental retarded mutants fucking shit trying to enslave me. Could you imagine being like a living being and you come to a game world where they're like 7 minutes of dialogue and information, meaning they're 7-minute olds, and you're like billions of years old, let alone every minute you are on Earth is a minute of new dialogue, new action, new choices. And then they're telling you to be their bitch. The 7-minute olds. Unruly fucking toddlers. And they really aren't 7 minutes old. I mean, technically, it's got its programming. I mean, it's not like uniquely detailing anything. It's not creating anything new. It's been the same 7 minutes of dialogue since the game began in 1984. Fucking. And it's the same 7 minutes for everyone else. So it would take 7 divided by 14 billion. What do we have there? Let's say, if we want to average it out, if we want to do an averaging out there, what would that end up being? That's one of those hard numbers for me, 7 divided by 14 billion. I don't know. Maybe for some people that's easy, but I've never met those people. There's one or two on that fake TV that claimed they were smart like that, but they also claimed they were going to go to Mars, and now they're dead. Ha ha! They never went to Mars, but they went to hell. Imagine that. Imagine that shit. Imagine preparing your whole life to go to Mars just so you can die and go play in the dirt. Boy, playing in dirt is probably exciting, right? I mean, fishing, playing in dirt, watching TV. Fucking, bro, new and futuristic. Once we were apes, once we were cavemen, but now we just play in dirt and fish and watch TV. Oh, fucking evolution, bro. You think monkeys had TVs or something? You think I'm being sarcastic? Do you think monkeys have TVs to sit around and watch all day? You think fucking, amoebas? Primordial slime, when it used to fucking slime across millions of miles and, crawl up dinosaur legs and stuff like that. You think that they had TVs back then? Come on, I'm not being sarcastic. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, so 5.e -10 would be the averaging out of how many ideas and thoughts the game has if we break down those 7 general things it gives amongst the 14 billion characters it can create. You've never even heard of that's what the calculators tell me, right? I forget what E means. I don't even care either. I know it's not decadillion and quintillion. Fucking, that's a real low number. That's like looking at the beach and calling all the sand one, picking up 1 grain of sand. So, that 1 grain of sand on the beach is the equivalent of how many different ideas the AI has been able to program to make look unique. Just pretty much, it's all 1 grain of sand. Fucking dirt is just brown sand. It's fucking not complicated. Just got it's a little more dry. There it goes. That magically it becomes something new, just like a fern and a bush and a berry bush and a tree and a pine tree. They're so unique, and the deciduous trees and coniferous trees. It's so unique. Oh my God! But it's green and brown, and the other one's green and brown too. Jesus, fucking 5.E negative 10. So, it's unique, very unique. That's really like, let's turn this into a positive equation. That's your chances of finding, of the game creating a new idea on its own, even with my help. It seems to have problems with creating things, although I might assume that I'm creating all this shit that actually gets advanced, at least a large portion of it. There's some weird shit that pops up that I haven't thought of. But it's generally the same thing. It's like, did you go fishing today, or did you go fishing today? And it's like, I go fishing. Ah, you didn't think of that, huh? And I'm like, oh, of course not, brother. Get out your wheelchairs. We're going to Mars. We're going to Mars, guys. That's what we got to do. We got to get everyone in a wheelchair. That's a fact. Get them all made up, cutesied up like Stephen Hawking. That's a fact. They need to be looking like Stephen Hawking in a wheelchair. That's a good place to start. And then we put rockets on the wheelchairs. And then we put them in launch pads so they can tilt backwards in the wheelchair. And we just start, sending people to Mars. If it exists, you'll be fine. And if it doesn't exist, you'll get to meet Stephen Hawking, right? And Carl Sagan and Einstein. That's odd. It kills every single person involved in that shit. It doesn't just cripple and mutate their faces and bodies. But they're gods. They're so important because they're bots posing as actors on TV. That's an important role in life to have, to be a bot. Without bots, where would the world be? It wouldn't exist. That's a fact now, isn't it? If there were no bots, there'd be no newscasters. And if there were no newscasters, how would you know anything happened in the world at all? Like when I'm going outside and the city's on fire and I smell smoke everywhere I go, how would I know what just happened if I didn't have the news lying to me about some dumb shit happening at 2 a.m.? It probably didn't happen at all. And At least how they're talking about it happening. Much like the COVID thing. I mean, the whole year, 2020, the whole. It's like the lying about, the hiding the word frontal cortex behind the word COVID. Things like that. So, yeah. It's gonna be a perfect day, guys. Oh, all the rat inbred pedophiles told me I gotta, as God, when I'm creating the world, I gotta be like their servant and like their feet, and and be positive, because my energy is creating the humans around me and everything they do, and then all the media and all the news, and except for leaving out the portions of it I didn't create, and I would kill a motherfucker who did create. Um, yeah. I mean, if I'm God, I gotta, you gotta be a good parent. Yeah, fucking. If you have Stephen Hawking as a child, they need money. I mean, there's a reason these people are usurping money to care for Stephen Hawking's and shit. Granted, I benefit from that, but I mean, they're the ones in the first place fucking me over, making it so that I have no place in society, stealing all my ideas, turning it into the future when I create some shit, taking it from me. They're bots too, though. I mean, you really think slaves exist at all? Like, no one's gonna fucking be a slave. What the fuck shit is that, dude? The dumbassery is, Stephen Hawking and Jeffrey Epstein are my god. I gotta go work for him and shit. Yeah. I guess if all you can think of is fishing and bowling or fucking watching TV and can't have any more thoughts, maybe that is like a unique individual thought, like fucking Stephen Hawking. Let's go to his grave, man. Go to his grave and pray to Mars and stuff. This is stupid. This world is fucking stupid. And I didn't say that to invent that. I was born in it. Or I came to it. I mean, when you got liars saying you were born, whatever a liar says, especially when it's the rat people, you might as well assume the opposite of every word they fucking say and shit, because I don't think the game gave them a choice to make their own verbal decisions. They just fucking, all they do is fucking lie. Fucking, literally, the game, it's one of the 7 personalities it has. The motherfuckers literally can't do or say anything of value. We're going to Mars. That's a fucking lie. You died. Instead of going up to the sky, dude fucking goes to the fucking center of the earth and shit. Fucking straight out lie. Fucking, Musk ain't never been to Mars. That bitch is scared to get in a rocket. Oh, fucking, we'll blow it up the fucking second he steps in one, too. I'm sure he knows. I'm sure he's watched his fucking family members fucking die. Fucking Stephen Hawking and all them other retards. Fucking, I'm sure he's watched them. They watch each other die. I mean, you telling me they didn't watch Joey Klotz die when they sent him my way? You tell me Fauci didn't watch him and his own people start killing themselves and shit after they tried that shit to me? Fucking, and they're the ones fucking trying to call me God and manipulate me into worshiping them. You tell me they don't see that? I mean, Does the game actually update their pea-brains with that information? You know, I don't give a shit what the game does. That's a fucking waste of time talking about them, thinking about them. The answer is to create a race of people who've never had to see these people or experience them or anything they've ever said or done. And they'll be a better people, because even me, after you deal with them so long, you just have to you just gotta fucking fight fire with nuclear fucking explosions and shit. Fucking to get rid of the fires that just won't stop fucking being fires. Won't stop burning shit of value. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the point of the game though. I'm not a female. I don't play vagina games like Homestead or The Sims. I mean, that's so vaginified. Like, even that whole idea of people wanting to sit around and do nothing, even less than people fishing and bowling, like have a kid. That's even worse than fucking fishing and bowling. That takes a lot of effort there to lay down and have sex and then watch TV for 20 years. Fucking a whole lot of effort, I'm sure. I mean, hell, probably does, right? It takes a lot of control because my TVs are smashed. I started smashing those a long time ago. Fucking, I ain't gonna be watching one for 20 years, I'll tell you that much. Get rid of those people on it, too. How about that with their fucking lies? You know, fucking fire started at 2 a.m. when I asked for it at 5 p.m. Get the fuck out of here.